There we go. Bam. All right, and looks like yeah, same kind of bans going out there. Nubby is actually I remember Nubby is actually really good Morgana, so it's definitely a kind of a target ban. Uh, okay, I need to hide chat. I always get distracted. Yes. No, I do not want to cyber. Screw that. And anybody who does cyber here is kind of weird, I think, in their own way. But it looks like the Morgana ban does go out. Definitely a pretty good ban. Is elimination there? Oh, it does ban the Urgot yet again. Don't want to deal with the Urgot. Urgot is a really annoying champion, man. He hits you with that corrosive charge, and then he just hits you with I forgot the name of the spell. Shoot. No, I fucking chat because I have to know the name of the spell, or else it's gonna bother me. What is it? What is his Q? Is it? It's like 100 Secret Missile or something. I'm actually banning the Graves. That's an interesting choice. I guess they don't. I mean, they were the ones who used Graves, but I guess they don't want to. They don't want to play Graves this time. And looks like yeah, they're just gonna ban him. They don't want anybody else to get him. I mean, he is pretty strong. I would like to see Soraka banned because Soraka was kind of really annoying in that game. It's interesting at the fact that they were playing him before. Like they got him. They were the ones who were playing him. Anyways, I'm hiding chat again. So there we go. All right. And Rise, there's the Rise ban again. No, never mind. Rise was kind of a problem. He was definitely the stronger point of the team. He did make some crazy plays, flashing in and dying, but he still has a pretty strong Rise, and it looks like yeah, they don't want to deal with that mid again. He could counter to what they want to do. And yes, there's the same Vladimir ban. So nFear dishing out the same bans, not really mixing it up a bit, but there they go. They're going to lock in the Kennen. And that's the beauty of Kennen, is actually as a first pick, you don't know where he's going to go. I mean, he could go AD, he could go mid, and he could go top. So, I mean, if you want to counter him, you have to kind of counter him guessing. And that can leave you open to a counter if you get it wrong. So, I mean, it's actually a pretty safe first pick. And it allows them to lock him in without the other team picking him next. Because Kennen he's so strong in team fights. He's so strong in the lane. He's a strong champion. And why he doesn't get played like so much more than he already does is beyond me. Like his weakness is probably that he's like, you know what? He doesn't even like really have that much of a weakness. I guess like he's squishy. Well, okay, a lot of champions are squishy, but I mean in lane he has a dash away. He has got the longest farming like tool ever. Like he can just farm from like a mile away with his shurikens, and then he's got such insane poke once he gets his W, and then like I said, he's gotten a big escape. So that's a big deal. And it looks like we are going to see Janna Amumu. Amumu, interesting choice. I mean, I think I've said this a million times, but Amumu has been rising in popularity a lot. With Saint Vicious, I see a lot of Mortis playing him all the time. And so Amumu is actually, he's not as bad as everybody thinks he is. He just really relies on that early blue and kind of getting that farm going, because if he falls behind, I mean, Amumu is hard to catch up in, but Amumu's got he's got a really strong team fight too, and I mean, they got two people actually to deal with Kennen. I mean, they got Janna to deal with Kennen, and they got Amumu to deal with Kennen. Amumu comes in the dash, just ulti, and then, you know, it's like good. But, oh, a Sona ult. It looks like, do they want to pick Sona? And they let them get Mundo again. I'm not sure why they let him get Mundo again. Mundo is still really fast in the jungle, and while he wasn't like the big problem, I mean, we could still see him become a big problem. Oh, and maybe Taric? Maybe we'll see a Taric Corki lane? That'd be nice. That'd be nice to see. I would like to see that. And yes, they do lock in the Taric, so we'll have to see who he picks. Maybe Corki, maybe Vayne. We'll have to see who that goes down on. But I'm surprised they let him get Mundo again. I mean, like I said, Mundo was not the reason they lost, but Amumu is still really fast in the jungle, especially against Amumu. Like, if you know you're gonna pick Amumu, like, shouldn't you at least try and ban some people who are gonna actually try and counter jungle Amumu a lot? Like, that's what I would think, because that's what they would try to do. But I guess they're not worried about it. They have a plan to deal with it, and it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do here to try and deal with it. This Mundo again. I mean, picking Annie. I'm surprised they didn't wait to pick their mid lane. That's a pretty risky choice, blocking in the Annie that quickly. I mean, if it's against Kennen, I mean, he can deal with it okay. And there's the Sivir pick for Nintendo. Because I think I said Nintendo is probably like I think the best Sivir in the game right now. He is so strong on Sivir. I wish he would have picked it in the last game. I think it would have been a stronger pick against Grace Soraka. Just for that fact, just for the fact of her shield. I mean, Tenzo's got like the best shields in the world. And I think that would have been a better pick. Ooh, but it looks like it's going to be Tarek Varus lane, and that's going to have some insane CC for the whole team. And it looks like they're kind of going for a big AoE kind of stun comp. As we see, we have Varus, Kennen, and Galio. And yes, they do lock into the Varus. And I mean, like I said, if, like all it takes is Galio getting an ulti, Varus ult will be able to tick off everybody again, and then Kennen can get an ult on everybody as well, and no one's going to be able to move forever. And that's actually going to be a pretty good strategy. It's an interesting addition to the AoE mix-up there. But I mean, they do have Janna, and they do have a Mumu. Janna's able to really interrupt Galio pretty easily. I mean, so is a Mumu, so is Annie. Granted, Mumu and Annie have to get a lot closer, but I mean, Janna's able to interrupt that ulti, so I mean, Galio has to land that ulti onto Janna, or else it's not really going to go very far. And then he'll be able to knock Kennen away while Varus ult, if they can dodge it, it's going to be nice for them. But if we look at the lane matchups, if they pick Aurelia versus, yeah, it looks like it will be Kennen top. I mean, Kennen and Galio can switch the lanes. Most likely going to see Galio mid, though. Galio's pretty strong mid, and Galio is probably going to wreck this Annie, by the way. Galio is pretty tanky against casters. I'm so glad I got a glass of water. Water is like the god drink of drinks. I do think really we'll be able to deal with Kennen easily, but like I said, they can easily switch lanes. And Kennen can deal with Annie. Kennen doesn't have to really worry about a stun that much unless she flash Tibbers. But Annie, I don't know if I like the Annie pick. Really, I don't really like Annie against this like as a champion. I don't think Annie, like, it's my personal preference. I just don't like Annie. So like if I see Annie in game, I'm just gonna be like, Annie sucks. It's like me and Ezreal. I just don't like Annie. Anytime I see Annie again, you're gonna see me like, why? So I mean, it's whatever. I know Annie's a pretty good champion, but it's pretty much like, it's just how I personally feel. Don't let personal feelings get in the way, though. You got to get past it. I mean, she's got, okay, I'll give her that she has sick burst, all right? She can like pretty much burst almost anybody from full health to nothing, which it forces whoever she's up against to go in early Negatron. Like it forces it pretty much. Like it's really it's good to get that. Like just to make people get the get them early magic resist so they don't get that much damage. But I mean, Annie is still going to dish out more. She doesn't force Galio to do that. Galio just goes Chalice, which is why I don't think they should have picked her like that. But I mean, they could send Annie top pretty easily. But I mean, it'll just become more of a farm fest. But the thing is with Annie, sending Annie top is that she can't get any escape. If she gets ganked, she's dead. She's pretty much, that's it. She's done if she goes top and gets ganked, because it's just such a far walk. And so, but they aren't going to send her top. They're definitely going to send her mid to deal with it. Against Galio, and Galio is just going to completely, like, pretty much rock that lane. It's going to be up to the jungler maybe to get some ganks on. It's going to be up to Annie to try and survive, not give up kills. Like if you're not getting farm, but you're not giving up kills, it's okay. It's okay, but this Annie, I really think it's going to make a big difference in this game, how she plays it, because I do not agree with the pick. I mean, it does have stuns. Like, I mean, stop Kennen in their tracks, stop Varus in their tracks. I mean, it's got some nice AoE, but I mean, I don't agree with it. I I'm actually surprised they actually didn't pick Karthus. Now that you mention, I'm very surprised they didn't pick Karthus. I know they like to pick Karthus against teams that like to kind of get in your face, and I'm actually really surprised that they actually didn't do that. They do that all the time, actually, against teams like, especially against Kennen. They like doing it against Kennen a lot, and so I'm actually really surprised they actually didn't do that. Now that you guys mention it. No, I will not calm down about Annie. I hate Annie. And you guys are all going to know this. You guys will all know this. Kagaras is now my bro for hating Annie. Yeah, they could have with ones that are that creepy. Yes, I have known a girl that was that creepy. Who do I think is going to win this? Judging this just straight off of team comp, TSM, honestly. Well, they do have like they do have a way to get away. I mean, they have Sivir ulti, they have Jen ulti, they have a Mumu, and I mean, Irelia is always going to be the strong champion. And I mean, if Annie can get something with her burst, if she can hit Varus with her burst, like they'll win that team fight just straight up. They'll straight up just win the team fights. They don't have the damage from anybody else to really do anything. And I really think that's what it's going to come down to. It's definitely going to come down, I think, to that Annie to win this game for them. I mean, Varus, if Taric lands a stun on anybody, that person's pretty much going to die with all the CC they have. I mean, they have so many stuns on TSM no, TSM Evo, and it's just so annoying. Like everyone's got stuns actually. There's a lot of stuns. I wonder if anybody's gonna invade. I mean, let's see. They have Taric stun. You have a potential Kennen stun. Most likely won't happen, but you have potential Kennen stun. Janna knockup. Annie stun. They have a lot of stuns. What are you talking about? Varus's ultimate. Is it a stun or is it just a root? Does anybody know? Is it a stun or is it's a snare? Oh, okay. Well, it still controls the fight. It's a root. Is there a difference between a snare? What's a snare and a root? What's the difference? And I count. Let's see. Taric stun. Kennen has a stun. Galley has a taunt. So I mean, and then a snare on. Snare equals root. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Some people try to argue with me. And then why is it always, what is up with this like random like super delay? It looks like team TSM is wanting to come for the evade this time. They're going to be the aggressors into this lane, and they're coming on it in a very nice way. They're not going to be able to get spotted yet. And Annie's going to spot them at the last minute, and she is going to be able to get out in time. And Taric, nope, Taric. Okay, don't do it, Taric. Now it looks like they might want to give this up. Kennen actually leaving the lane, and that's going to be a big difference in this fight. I mean, they're going to lose that Kennen damage if they choose to go in on this, but they are just going to lose their wolves, though. They're not going to even try and do anything about it. But do they want to try and stop this blue? They definitely want to. They don't want to give this up. This is where Mumu needs, and they need to fight for this. He does get the spare first. There's the... Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let him have it. Not even going to try and fight him. Oh, maybe not. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on anymore. Here they come. They're going to need to drop down the bush so they don't have to get smite stolen. But here comes Mundo. If he loses this in the smite steal, it's going to be awful. And here comes Taric. Taric not able... No, never mind. They're just letting it reset. Oh, man. This is not going well for them. Because, I mean, Kennen is just getting free farm up top now. Irelia is going to lose so much farm up top. They're just delaying this this blue from Amumu right now. And it's a horrible feeling for Amumu. Irelia looks like she is coming around the back. They do want to engage on this. Did he get the smite off in time? He doesn't manage to get the blue off. And Mundo is actually engaged low. Irelia is definitely going to be able to finish this up. Oh, and he's going to run into Irelia. No, he knows about it. Oh, Irelia! Go, Irelia! Go! Yeah! Oh, Sivir gets the first blood. So a nice pickup from Sivir. It would have been nice if Irelia got it, because it would have probably evened out the fact that she's losing 2 waves up top. For that first blood. I mean, Irelia is just so far behind now. She's definitely gonna need some early ganks to help deal with it. But Mundo actually wasting a lot of time. Also, he is forced to. He is still level 1. I guess Amumu is also level 1 still, but Amumu does have his blue already. But again, it is Mundo. It is Mundo. But I mean, this top lane is going to be a huge factor right now because Cannon's level 3 over Irelia. Does she even have any XP? Irelia, no. It's this is gonna be so bad for Irelia now. Just because she's lost in levels, she needs a gank now. She cannot win this lane without a gank. Kennen is going to do so much more damage to her than he can do unless she can get caught up in the levels somehow. A gank would definitely help with that. A lot. But we won't. Oh man, Sivir is doing so much damage to Varus. Varus just has no answer for that. Sivir poke is just so good, and like I said, Nintendo is gonna have the best shields in this game. Like period. But Kennen needs to get ganked pretty much, or else I really will start to lose a lot of CS and fall very far behind. And they definitely don't want that to happen when you need your kind of bruiser person who's going to get in there and deal the damage. You need him to be tanky enough to deal with it. And now you're starting to see kind of the poke maybe go into favor a little bit of both teams. I mean, Taric heals are able to, it's not the best heal, it's still a heal. And there's the damage coming out onto Irelia, and Irelia is she's just gonna have a bad day. I think I've said that a million times already, but she's gonna have a bad day. And wow, Annie actually kind of rocking Gallia right now. Not sure what happened there. Getting caught by those abilities, I guess. He definitely needs his magic resist soon, or else he's not going to be able to deal with that. He definitely, I mean, he probably will lose that early just because of the range factor. And if Annie can dodge the abilities, then yeah, she's going to win that poke fight. And it looks like she's been dodging pretty well. She's taken literally no damage. But I mean, oh shoot, sorry. I think it's natural for me to hit tab just when I just start the game up. My bad. And there's the Sivir shield. Oh, Sivir getting faked out. Oh, nice Q there. Actually, timing the shield nicely. There, and looks like Amumu is heading up top. He does have it warded right here in the river though, so he's gonna get spotted, and he's just gonna go lightning rush. Oh man, they do have it warded, and he is also coming up for a gank. Kennen does know, and he's just gonna walk away, no problem. And yeah, he wanted to try and get it. I don't know why he even tried to banish. If he would have landed that banish dodge, that would have been a bad time. He was under tower range there. So, I mean, thank God he missed it. Right? So still not much happening after that first blood. Mundo is actually trying to catch up to Amumu right now. I mean, actually, Amumu, he's actually ahead. Never mind. Screw that. It looks like Irelia is actually going aggressive onto this Kennen up top. It actually did give her the level she needed. Try and catch up maybe a little bit, but that poke damage from Kennen is just still too much. Irelia has to try and save it. And there's a nice shield blocking the stun, and lots of nice trade there from Sivir actually. And Amumu did come up and gank top, but it's just Kennen. You're not going to really gank Kennen that well. I missed that. Sorry guys. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Looks like Mundo's chilling up here still. Does he want to do anything? I don't think he can do anything, even if he did stay. But it looks like he is going to start maybe going to the jungle. He is so fast, man. He does have his moves 2 boots already, so I mean that's just going to be so nice for him. He's just going to be able to just constantly steal Mumu jungle and just really shut down this Mumu right where it hurts in his jungle. And this is going to be really bad for Mumu. I mean, he knows he's up top right now, and there's nothing really Mumu's going to do about this. Mumu is going to go back and buy. He already has his Fearless Zone, so he's definitely going to go pick up his boots now. Those boots are going to help him gank a lot. And again, we're really seeing a difference in the plays here thanks to wards. I mean, they know High Online likes to gank early, and so they are dealing with it pretty accordingly with that nice early ward from Kennen, able to deal with that pretty quickly. Mundo's actually coming down for a gank. This is going to be a dead Janna. There's the exhaust coming down. There's the heal. One more stun. No, it's Mundo is actually going to pick up the kill. So a nice pickup there from Mundo. Nice gank. Coming down here, getting so well. And Irelia actually starting to come back a little bit. Did catch up. Is level 5 now. Still 2 levels behind. But I mean, it's still gonna be a bad time up there. If Irelia can catch up, maybe get a little bit of what she buy. She got life steal, which she definitely needed. She's farming at tower losses, so she's able to just constantly auto attack. So she will be able to heal up pretty nicely. Mumu's going to pick up the second blue of the game. And judging just from how the game's going right now, again, this game is definitely going in favor of TSM Evo. Just because of the just because of how the early game went. I mean, they really kind of delayed Amumu's blue, which Mundo can catch up really easily just because he's Mundo. Mundo's like the fastest jungler right now. And other than Shyvana, I think Shyvana is just a bit faster. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Invading worked out for Kennen. They invaded and it worked out for them. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But I mean, Kennen's just so far ahead. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about Kennen being so far ahead because it's kind of annoying me now. So Kennen, not gonna care about you anymore. All right, so Varys did go back and buy. He does have 56 CS to 60, so they are still even in the bottom lane. Looks like Annie. There's Annie. Nope. I thought we were gonna see a fight there. But let's see what is Varys buying. I always see different Varys builds, but no, it looks like they're just going the same kind of build. Just boots 2 and 2 Doran's blades. And again, just look at these. I just want to say, Evo is just been on the ball with his ward coverage like this whole time, and then with Mundo kind of shutting down Amumu in the jungle, he can't really afford that early oracles yet. I mean, how much gold does he have? He got 1930 gold. I mean, he's got like this almost the lowest gold on his team. Oh, he's almost like tied with Irelia for gold, which is horrible considering Irelia hasn't been able to farm at all. But Sivir and Janna actually been nice, dishing out the nice poke damage there. Nice trades coming out there. I'm surprised they're not going really hard aggressive on that. I mean, I think they could take it if they wanted to. But I think that they're just trying to play it safe. They know the game is on the line, and your gameplay changes when you know your gameplay is on the line. Karthus is the fastest jungler. No one ever jungles Karthus though. Screw it, dang it, man! I keep opening chat and getting distracted. I'm gonna just turn off the monitor. And there's a nice Varys ult. They're actually catching both of them, and it looks like they're just gonna go straight back onto Janna, and Janna's just gonna go down again. Varys, that was a beautiful ulti on Varys from Varys right there, catching them napping, and then able to pick up that nice kill. So now that's gonna give a second kill. Oh yes, Varys picked up the kill. All right, Varys did manage to pick up that kill, so it's gonna be very nice for him. Catch him up in the kill count. But they are still even in farm, so they're pretty even in gold. And looks like this ward, man, these ward coverage is just so beastly. Like they just can't do anything. Amumu is not able to. When Amumu's not able to gank, I mean, it's just an awful time. And it looks like they are just baiting him to stay there, so they're just making him waste even more time. So they know that he can't do anything. And then here comes Mundo actually coming down. If they can get this gank off on him, and Mundo, never mind, that's a dead Amumu. Amumu just caught out of position, forced to flash. And Tenso actually getting exhausted, is forced to flash as well. Horrible exchange there. Ooh, nice Q there. Actually managed to hit him. Almost killed him. I think the Janna shield might have saved him a little bit. But I mean, there's just nothing they can do thanks to these wards. This ward coverage is just too beastly. It's too man mode right now. These wards are really making a big difference in this game. Just straight up. Like the big difference in this game is pretty much wards. That early invasion, of course, giving Kennen such a huge lead. I mean, if we look at the CS, 98 CS to 39. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, that's awful. It's an awful position to be in. And did he just ulti? Galio just ultied. Okay. All right, Galio ultied, trying to get the kill onto Navi. I think Annie had to flash out. She did flash out for that. So flash and ulti for a flash. I mean, not sure if I agree with that. And then, yeah, really is just forced to try and get any farm as she can. She is forced to try and get these golems. Hopefully, once they start team fighting, maybe we'll see a change going around. But I mean, they definitely need to get out of this snowballing lane phase really quickly, or else Aurelia's just gonna fall so far behind that she's just gonna be completely useless. And they need to try and make it so that she's not just a useless person. I mean, they really need to try and get a drag and try and get a team fight going on, and deal with this, because Aurelia is just going to constantly fall more and more and more behind because she's not able to farm against Kennen 108 CS to 42. Now we can really see the big difference here. Coming in on that, it looks like yes, maybe they want to try and get a dragon attempt in. They are losing. They do know this. They need to make a play somewhere. And they are pinging onto Dragon right now, and yes, looks like they do know the ward is there. Ward is going to catch them. Oh, they did see him in this brush. They did know about it, just period. Straight up. And looks like, no, looks like they're going to have to give this up. They don't have the manpower. But a cannon is actually coming down right now, so we might see the first team fight. They definitely, nFear definitely needs this Dragon right now. And here comes Galio. Galio does not have flash. Does he have ulti? No, it does not look like he has ulti still. And there's the Sivir ultimate. I'm really actually going in. There's a Cannon ultimate catching everybody. There's a nice Janna ult actually maybe going to save somebody. But no, Cannon's going to be able to pick up a double kill onto Janna and to Irelia. Varus was able to pick up the Amumu kill. And Annie's going to go down to Cannon. Cannon actually picking up a triple kill. Can he get the Quadra? There's a nice shield coming out there. There's the flash. There's the slow actually going on there. Come on, Quadra, come Cannon. No. Varus is the scumbag of the game. Stealing 2 kills, almost letting, if he didn't steal both those kills, then he would have had a penta. So, man, that Janna ulti, definitely maybe a little late on the Kennen. I mean, he knocked him the other way, and then Kennen was just able to kind of flash. And he felt like Kennen was just so fast. I mean, I think he went through what? Like he E'd, like he dashed, and then, do they have Shirelias? No, they don't have Shirelias. I guess he went through Galio thing because it felt like he just like flew, man, like straight through, just like whoosh, like Need for Speed, just straight up. Yeah, that was really funny. And then the Janna ultimate, of course, sent him sailing. But I think that Janna ultimate is doing a little late. They didn't even need Galio ulti for that fight. They just melted everybody, and it's mainly due to that early invasion. Kennen is so strong right now. He's getting his he's almost once he gets that Zhonya's, I don't think they're gonna have an answer for him, honestly, unless they can draw this game out and maybe get something. I mean, they lost 5 kills and a dragon. That just extended the gold lead so hard into TSM Evo's favor that they really need to start maybe getting some pickups. They definitely need an oracles to deal with these wards. There's so many wards on the map for TSM Evo right now, and again, they just have no answer for it. They can't get an oracles. They can't afford an oracles, but they need to get it, or else they're just going to constantly just fall more and more behind. And wow, Sivir actually doing lots of damage. Sivir gets down dangerously low. He's going to barely survive. Can that one? Can pick up the kill with the auto attacks? No, he can't. There's the flash at the auto attack for the kill. Nintenso sticking around a little bit too long. Allowing the flash. And now this game is really just starting to snowball really hard in TSM Evo's favor. And as we can see, Ken is still just pushing back earlier. 136, 250 CS. Can he triple it? I want to see triple it, Kennen. Come on, you can do it. Triple the CS. Boom. And then Varus now is 4-0 and 4. Varus is so scary. Is he going to pick up his Infinity Edge? Or maybe go like Bloodthirster and Last Whisper? We'll have to wait and see next time on when Varus goes back to buy. But everybody just really needs to farm, try and get caught up. And they really need a good team fight. If they can get a good team fight in, I think, because I mean they're not out of it yet. It's only a 3. It's a 4K gold advantage, but they're not out of it yet. And there's actually the burst coming out onto Galio. What was he hoping for? I'm not sure why he did that. Doesn't have that damage yet. He doesn't even have a lot of ages yet. He only has a blasting one for AP. Definitely wasn't going to do anything, and then oh man, the Varus damage is just too much. And yeah, there's just nothing they can do about bot lane anymore. Bot lane's just going to get constantly just poked out, and they need to end this laning phase. They need to try and get into a different phase of the game, or else they are just going to straight up lose this game. In the laning phase, they're already behind. They need to somehow catch up somehow. But I mean, there's just so many wards everywhere. And look at this, more wards. He's going to catch him. There's the flash. Oh man, nice ultimate. The ward is not going to matter, and they do manage to shut down Kennen. That's going to be a big help for Irelia. And it's definitely what they needed to do to help turn this game around. That's going to help them out so much. Can they even get this tower? I don't know. Munoz is heading up right now. Looks like they're wanting to push the wave. Meanwhile, bot lane's tower has been taken. And it looks like Sivir and Varus are going to be duking it out. But Sivir does not have the damage to deal with it. And he is forced to flash out. That's just awful. And oh man, stupid directed camera moving it. I need to turn that off. They killed him up top. I missed it. My bad, guys. My bad. I didn't think they'd kill him. I thought Mundo would be okay, but then we pick up another kill. So TSM Evo giving up a lot of kills up top. I mean, they don't want Irelia to get fed. I mean, that's awful. Irelia was out of this game, and now she's working her way back into it. And it looks like Nubby is falling dangerously low under the tower. Can she get a stun up? If she can get a stun onto him, and Salsi is going to go down. Oh, Varus actually, nice arrow picking up that kill. So Varus is now 5-0-4. But everyone else kind of giving up kills, allowing people to catch up. I mean, if they can shut down Varus early, I mean, boom. I mean, that's all their damage right now is Varus and Kennen. But and Kennen how his zone is. That's awful. It's an awful position to be in. But I mean, if they continue just to kind of give up kills like this, they are gonna end up helping the team in the other team's favor. And Amumu is actually going just straight onto this. Varus doing lots of damage while not taking a lot at all. They are pinging onto him. Looks like they want to fight this. Kennen is looping around though. This is going to be very dangerous for Team nFear. And they have caught Amumu out of position. And Amumu is going to die. And then here comes Kennen. Can Kennen get the ulti? Does manage to land the stun onto Janna. Janna is going to go down to that ignite. Maybe one more tick. And it does take him down. Aurelia could lay dive onto this Aurelia. So, I mean, but really bad call there from that. Them. Oh, nice Tibber stun. Actually going to pick up the kill. Definitely she needed that. Oh, man, just managed to land the next stun onto Kennen. Can they manage to pick up the Kennen? There comes Sivir ulti. And he's going to pick up a double kill. Tibbers did not stun him. I'm sorry. Don't care. They're chasing down onto this Mundo. Galio is also here, though. Galio does not have his ulti. His ulti will be up soon. But Annie is out of position. I'm not sure what she's thinking. And she's just going to die. No, bad move. Bad move, Annie. Nope. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. They were starting to come back from this. They were starting to pick up kills, but then they just kind of give it up. I mean, Annie has caught up in kills now with 3, 3, and 2. She's definitely going to be able to just dish out some more damage. So they're picking up kills, starting to win some trades more. And I think with the late game, nFear has it with Aurelia and with all this crowd control from nFear. I mean, if Amumu can land a good stun, followed up by Annie's stun, like tornado knock-up, I mean, that's a lot of CC. From Team nFear, and if they can really do that really well, then they can easily turn this game around. So this game is not over yet, despite how far behind some people are, like Aurelia. And Aurelia, it looks like she is going to have to fight this. She is getting stunned just over and over again. And there comes the ignite onto Kennen. Kennen forced the Zonias. Interesting. Does use the Zonias. Annie is coming. Oh, if he could just bait this a little bit longer. It looks like they are pinging. Maybe they want Aurelia to bait this. But meanwhile, up in the bot lane, they are going aggressive. Very nice. They hit ulti. But there's the quick silver slash, but it's not enough. It's not going to matter. They are switching on to a Mumu, taking lots of damage. There's a beautiful Galio ulti. He's going to pick up a double kill, and that's a triple kill for the bot lane. So 3 kills going in the favor of TSM Evo. I mean, this Varus is landing almost every ulti. I mean, it's like all beast mode and awesome. Oh, and Sivir has cleanse, not Quicksilver Sash. Whatever. That's not the point. The point is that she cleansed it awesomely, but still died. That's kind of a bummer. She had an awesome cleanse and then died. Real sad time. Real sad time. But I mean, just look at the ward coverage from TSM. I mean, just constant. This is so consistent. Wards here, 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 and here. I mean, just complete coverage over everything on the map right now. And Aurelia is going to get spotted with the ward. Oh man, there comes the Sivir ulti, and onto the bot lane they do, looks like Annie is going to go down. There's a move actually going to stun both people. They're going to turn onto this Varus. Varus is going to go down, and they might be going to pick up that kill, but meanwhile, up on the, at red buff, 3 people are collapsing onto Aurelia. Aurelia taking lots of damage, but she did survive for a very long time. And yes, they did pick up that kill on the Tarek. Well, Sivir actually picking up a nice double kill. And like I said, I think if they hold out, I think that nFear can actually get the damage to deal with to win this game. Maybe if they can get some good team fights in. They're going to pick up this tower. They definitely need that gold for everybody. They need to pick up something, some form of income for themselves, or else they're just going to constantly just fall more and more behind, which they already are, as the gold lead is 6K, 7K, but again, it's not going to make much of a difference, I don't think. I don't think that's the tell-all tale of the game. It's gold income. I mean, if we look at the kind of the team comp and damage, I mean, Sivir does a lot of damage. She's just getting focused so hard in the fights. She's not able to get out and do anything, and they're really playing that strength. How her shield can only block one spell. I mean, they hit her, they make her shield, and so they can hit one of the stuns really easily, and then just knock her, just melt her just completely. Because Varus is really scary. He's 8-1 and 7. He has his Infinity Edge. He has his Zeal. And he is just, he does so much damage that it's just so hard to deal with. Now he's gonna pick up a red buff. I mean, he already has a slow with his arrows on the circle, desecration, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Hang on. I can look at the name of it. Boom, hail of arrows. I mean, that slow is pretty beastly. And will TSM Evo set up for a dragon? I mean, they have a ward coverage. Do they have an oracles? Mundo does have an oracles. Does the other team have an oracles? No, nFear has no oracles. They can't really afford it. Looks like they're just going to have to go without an oracles, but it looks like they are going to start up this Baron fight right now. And they can do it, again, pretty decently fast with Varus's Blight and Mundo. And they do know about it. Here comes Amuma coming in. There's a silver ulti trying to catch everybody. Gonna Amuma get a nice ulti onto everybody? No, he's just going to go down immediately. There's the Tibber stun followed up by Kennen. It looks like Onani's going to go down. Followed up by Aurelia. Aurelia's going in and just going to get melted. And they are going to get this chase onto them. There's a cleaver landing on Intenso. And he is going to go down. There's the second cleaver. And he is dead. I'm not sure where that engagement was. Did Amuma not have his ultimate? He didn't. Why didn't he just wait a little bit longer for his ultimate? That ultimate would have helped in that team fight. I mean, I know they didn't have time, but I mean, they could have like trying to maybe baited it like a little bit. But I mean, And so that's just a free Baron, 4 kills for TSM, and with no answer from nFear. And that's going to be a big factor in this right now. They definitely did not get that ideal team fight that they wanted. They were always constantly on the run. They didn't have a Mumu ulti. If they had a Mumu ulti, I think it could have gone maybe differently. But they didn't have a Mumu ulti. I mean, it was like a flash Tipper stun from Annie, which I don't think was a great decision, considering that they weren't going to catch anybody. Mumu did not have ulti. It could have been used to run away. Definitely didn't need to flash there. They probably could have gotten out with several ulti and a couple stuns. Tornado. I mean, it's Janna. I mean, you can't really. It's really hard to chase Janna, man. You can't. It's so hard to chase her. But it's just so going in the favor of TSM right now. They got Baron. They are up 10k gold now. It's 21-9, 5 towers to 2 towers. But again, I don't think this game is over. I've seen teams throw harder before. I think EG is actually a team known for throwing pretty hard. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't think they will throw it. But I mean, you never know what can happen in a game. It looks like Galio's maybe is a little bit out of position here. Do they want to go in on this? No, they know everyone else is there. They don't want to risk it. That's some poke damage. Galio just so beefy, man. Wait, I want to look at Galio. 168 MR, man. You're not going to be able to kill him. You're not going to be able to burst him down. And that's exactly. We'll have to give up that tower. And they are forced to just play defensively. There's just really nothing they can do against this push right now. If they have to shut down anybody, they have to shut down that Varus. Varus is just doing so much damage. He's got his Phantom Dancer. He has his IE, and there looks like they're just going to give up an inhib as well. And then they're just going to swap lanes, do the same thing. No problem. No problem. Oh man, Annie. The ultimate almost hitting Annie. Varus whiffing his ultimate though. What's the cooldown on that? I've actually never played Varus. 100 seconds. That's pretty big. That's pretty long. So, I mean, if they want to fight, if they want to try and force a fight, I don't think they should with Baron, but if they want to, they should do it within the next 90 seconds. Without that Varus ulti, I mean, that Varus ulti is locking them down pretty hard and allowing them just to kind of get caught out of position. Those Varus ultis have been so strong. But this poke from the team is just so deadly. And there comes the ultimate from them. There's the Amuma ulti catching everybody. They're just going to jump on Avram. Avram is going to melt down. That's definitely what they needed. Annie is actually going to be able to melt Mundo pretty hard. But they got the targets they needed. Salsi is now in danger of being killed with this thing. Aurelia is actually going to go down to Galio. Galio actually picking up a triple kill. Oh, man. That did not go in how I thought it would go. Looks like Galio is pretty beefy. And then Kennen actually took no damage. I actually did not see a Janna ulti. Janna ulti was not used in that fight. She like melted too fast. And so even though they killed Varus, they definitely did a good job of getting to Varus and just completely shutting him down. But they just allowed the rest of the team just to kind of mop up with their carries, and just Sivir was not allowed to do as much damage as she wanted to. It was just Aurelia and it was like a Mumu doing damage. And so that's definitely not what they needed. They needed to protect. They still need to protect Sivir. Sivir still needs to be protected from them. But she didn't have cleanse. I think she had cleanse. No, she did have cleanse up. She did use her cleanse up fight. But maybe if she had flash, she would have been able to maybe survive a little bit longer. So maybe that was a turning point in the fight. But definitely Sivir dying really quickly was definitely a horrible thing to happen in that fight. I mean, I think they could have won if Sivir survived just a little bit longer. Being able to dish out some more damage. And Sivir rushing execution was calling again. I didn't notice that. Didn't really work last time. It's not really working this time. And you have Mundo heal. Yeah, I get it. You have Mundo And I mean, it actually made a difference. I mean, if you didn't notice, like, Mundo did ult, and she did Executioner's calling Mundo. I just realized that when she went in. But I mean, Silver's still dead. I mean, they did manage to get the kill on Mundo, but I don't know if I agree with the Executioner's calling early buy. I mean, get some damage. Get some damage first. I mean, maybe she didn't go early buy. Maybe it was a maybe she moved it for the active effect, but it looks like it was a buy. So maybe I'm just wrong. Another Varus ulti. I don't know. It does force the flash out of Annie though. But I mean, looks like yes, nFear is going to be able to pick up Dragon. So they're starting to try and work their way back into this game. They have shown that they do have the damage to win teamfights. I mean, there was Baron. There's Mundo actually going aggressive onto this Annie. Annie getting exhausted. There's lots of damage going on onto Aurelia and Annie, and they go down. And oh, they do manage to pick up the kill onto Mundo, but oh well. What did he do? They're going to lose another inhib. That's 3 inhibs down for Team nFear. And they could probably end this game right here. Does Galio have his ulti up? Galio does have his ulti up. Looks like he wants to try and get it off on them. And, oh man, Salsi needs to be careful. He is in kind of a bad position right now. But he is just so tanky. And here comes the Galio ultimate in a minute. Only landing on Janna. And now Salsi is going to go down. Oh, there's the Mumu stun. Can he land it? No, he misses the bandage toss. But Tarek's getting dangerously low from the Sivir. Sivir's going to be able to kill him. Oh, there's a nice Janna ultimate. But they're, no, it looks like this game's pretty much over. The minions are going to be able to push this back. No, they're going to try and defend this. Yuzuki actually going aggressive onto Afromu. It just gets melted. Annie does manage to pick up the kill on the Varus. Is turning on to Kennen. Does not have her stun up. She is slowed. Oh, Kennen turning around. Zonizing. Just that's all he did. Just went in Zonya's, I'll die for you, Galio. That was kind of made no sense. Not sure what he did there. And then Sivir actually managing to has red buff. Salsi's not gonna be able to get away. And then he can easily turn on the Mundo. No, go fight him. You have Executioner's calling, man. Do it. Do it. Show us all why you got the Executioner's calling. Show everybody why you got Executioner's calling. The throws, man. The throws are strong with these guys. Again, 3 inhibitors down. Not much they can do. Look how dangerously low that Nexus is getting. There is nothing nFear can do to even like try and make a play off of what they did. I mean, they are down to only their Nexus. They have nothing left on the map except for their Nexus. They have to like defend this thing with their lives. It's going to be an all-out ditch effort. If nFear somehow comes back from this, this would be like the most amazing thing ever. I would like jump out of my pants. I'm wearing shorts, but I would still jump out of my pants. But I mean, just lots of cockiness just came out of TSM there. I mean, they think they have the game just pretty much won right there, which is always a dangerous thing to feel in a tournament game. You never wanna have like too much confidence and then throw the game like super hard and then like feel bad about yourself. I mean, if they lose this game and then lose the next game, I mean, it's all because of that play right there, because they threw the game right there. But it looks like they're going to take Baron for themselves. Baron is up, and this is probably going to be all she wrote for nFear. With this Baron buff, unless they can get some, unless TSM makes some horrible decisions in this next team fight, there's no way. But we will have to see. They're starting to mount up for the final push. We're going to see them with the minions. They're trying to like keep the minions out of their base as long as they can, just allow for the longest team fight. But these super minions are just going to be horrible to deal with, as they're just going to be constantly pushing. They're going to take this next inhib yet again. Can't do anything about it. Are going to lose it. There's the Sivir ulti. Sivir trying to get out of there. There's a nice shield blocking several of this up. But here comes Kennen. Kennen getting lots of damage out onto Sivir. And Galio's just going to melt. Galio melts Sivir. And he's going to go down as well. Darius actually dies, but it's not going to matter. And this is GG. Good game from Team nFear versus CLG. CLG, I think really the big difference definitely in that game was Kennen getting so far ahead of Aurelia, and those wards just allowing Amumu just nothing, like they couldn't do. They had no answer for like Amumu couldn't do anything. I don't even remember seeing an oracles actually for from nFear. I think I saw one. No, I don't remember seeing one. Yeah, I don't remember seeing one at all. But I mean, TSM Evo is just so beast. So beast. Did I say CLG? Oh man. Screw you guys. I don't care what I said. But anyways, that seems to be the game. Thank you guys for tuning in.